Welcome, everyone. Do you think 20 minutes enough to talk about AI? I think we need at least 1 week, and come back again every day and talk about it. But again, it's interesting topic, and I'm pretty sure most of you, not even all of you, maybe have some concerns and opportunities. You guys could see trying ChatGPT the last couple of years at school and at home and at work as well. I guess I want to start by asking one question. How many of you, raise your hand if you have used ChatGPT or any other model the last week? There you go. How about yesterday? Today? The last 1 hour? You see, we live on ChatGPT now. So again, it's one of those topics that we've been engaging a lot with education institutions, trying to understand how they see the technology. Is it going to replace me? I'm a teacher. It's going to replace me. So we tried first to raise some awareness about the technology before we talk about how you can use it. So our history, how we started in 2019. So we got early access to GPT-2 at the time. And if you compare it to GPT-5, it's nothing. But again, when you go back to 2019 and you see how this technology worked, it was amazing. It felt amazing at the time. Then straight away, working in the education for many years, in the edtech side in particular, I was like, yeah, there's a good opportunity. We can use this technology in education. How we can think about it in a way that it supports the teacher, augments the teacher and the assessor, instead of being scared of it. So I think AI it's becoming a foundational technology. So it's gonna become part of our life. It's like the electricity now. It's foundational. It's in the background. At some stage, we will not think about AI the same as we think about it now. It's the early stages. So it's gonna go in the background at some stage, and it's gonna be part of literally everything we do. Speaking about this technology at schools, I'm not gonna send my kids to a school that has 95% robotics and AI tutor, right? So we need the teachers, we need the communication skills, we need the human element. But then how we can think of this tool that would support your work? So how it can be used, to save your time if you are assessing students, to save your time if there's questions being asked by the students and you have a class of 20, 25, 30 students. So again, how it's gonna make your life more efficient, so you can take more time back and you can do more efficient and more meaningful tasks as well. So I guess it's an open discussion. I'm happy to receive some questions as well, to see some of the concerns you guys going through, and also how you use the technology at school as well and in the classroom. Because one of the things we've seen, people are concerned from student cheating. Okay, the students, I know the student performance. Suddenly, this student came up with this beautifully professional assignment. What happened? I think the first thing we should assume is after 3 p.m. or after 4 p.m., we have to have a safe assumption that the student will use it regardless. So they're gonna use the technology at home. So we have to think of cases where how we can flip what we teach in the classroom and what we give the student back at home, a task that we know already they're gonna use ChatGPT with, or whatever model they are using with this task. For example, if you're giving the student a task in history, and I guess you could give the student a research task back home where they can use ChatGPT to help with brainstorming, with learning about the technology, with doing even deeper research. And when they come back to school, You can test them. You can, I guess, have more deeper learning, critical thinking. So I think we are moving into a little bit different approaches how we teach and how we assist students. If we think about some cases, flipping this and focusing more on pop-up questions and assessment in the classroom, and providing them with tasks that we know they're going to use ChatGPT during this, at home as well. So this is one I guess, low-hanging fruit. And again, it lies a lot on the teacher for the time being, because yet we haven't implemented any AI on a system level in our curriculum. It's going to happen, I think, at some stage. So it's the government responsibility as well to integrate AI in the curriculum, so it becomes more systematic. But for the short term, it lies more on the teacher to use it, and also to teach the students. Call it metacognition, if you heard of this term. So metacognition is helping the student how they can think about the thinking, which means how they can write the proper prompt, how they can prompt the AI, how they can ask the right question. Because if they ask the right question, you see from the prompt, you would know that the student really understands the topic. So prompt engineering in a way that helping them to think through the process as well. So that's one example. Again, there are, for example, we started using AI to mark students' assignments and assessments as well, in a way that would help the teacher or the assessor to reduce the time. I guess assessment and marking is one of those tasks. It's time consuming. It's sometimes is a bit boring, but what have you thought of using this technology to reduce the time, and help and support the assessor in a way that does not jeopardize the human element. So you still have a human in the loop, okay, to go through the AI feedback to make sure the feedback is provided properly. Again, there's AI tutors as well. But we always advise people to take their time. Don't rush to this. Take your time. Use simple tools to implement this technology. It's not like a trend. We just need to jump in the trend. Let's try this. Let's try that. It's going to happen. Take your time. Make sure you are confident of the technology using. Make sure the students are properly monitored when you use it, how they use it. Use data analytics in the background. So I guess this is a bit of introduction what we've seen, what we've gone through the last couple of years. We saw some interesting use cases as well, great opportunities we've seen. Yeah, again, if you have any questions as well or concerns, I want to try to make it more open discussion before we run out of time. So feel free to ask any questions about it. I think, I would love to know how you use it at school, if you use it already. Do you use it to help you in the lesson planning? Are you using it just create rubric and saves your time in the assessment as well? I wonder what are the opportunities you've been going through over there. Anyone would like to add anything?
I guess my question was probably around, already today we've heard some varying opinions about AI, about people's ways and different approaches they're taking to adopt it. One of the things that we find in our college is even when we try and take an all-college approach at such a large school, that different teachers have quite big hesitations around their approach or about their adoption. How do you encourage teachers who are quite apprehensive and kind of iron out some of their worries around data breaches and that kind of stuff when the systems we've used have specifically been chosen so that can't happen?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good question. I think there's three elements to this. People process, and technology. And it's part of the change management as well. So it's the same as any technology. When you implement a new system, there's lots of resistance to this system, right? Then how you want to make sure this system, you convince people that this is really helpful. Okay, there are concerns about data security and safety and all this stuff. But it comes with education as well. So the first step in implementing this technology in school is educating the teachers about the benefits of this technology, run more workshops as well, show them the benefits, show them real examples. They can go back and try it themselves. In terms of security, again, all our data is hosted somewhere, right? We use Microsoft. We use sensitive documents, Microsoft documents. We save them on the clouds. So also it comes back to when you implement this technology, we will need to educate people in terms of, okay, it's hosted in Australia, so it's within our sovereignty. The data does not leave the country. It's controlled. So there are also guardrails there. So it's not only the job of the school. It doesn't matter which vendor you engage. You have to make sure they have a proper guardrail. They are ISO certified. You have to do proper due diligence where they are hosting the application, how it's being built, who's building the application. So I guess it's making sure and assuring teachers where this technology is hosted, how it's being used, and follow proper change management approach to educate the teachers of this technology and show them examples. Examples are really good when you show them how it's going to help in terms of saving time, how it's going to help in terms of personalized learning as well. Because we've seen some examples where you don't have to wait until the first exam or the second exam to determine the performance of the student. As soon as they start engaging with AI, with the AI tutor itself, the AI itself learns their level. And it logs it back in the back end, so in the analytics. So within the analytics, you can see the student performance, where they've done well, where they're not doing well. So you would have early intervention, not waiting to the next. Again, there's lots of good examples can be used and case studies. And that would, I think, comfort the teachers in the process. Any more questions? I'm sure you all have some questions and concerns. There you go.
You talk about selling the benefits, just like what would you say were the top 3 benefits to a teacher who might be opposed?
Benefits, so the benefits of this technology on the teachers and the students, right? Yeah, so top 3 benefits. The first benefits is efficiency and time saving. So how much time you would save when you use this technology that would use this time for more meaningful tasks, for more, perhaps, if you spend half an hour to mark each assessment, how about, it's gonna reduce it to 2 minutes or 5 minutes. You have 25 minutes, you can come up with something really more meaningful where you can use it with the students in terms of more deep learning, critical thinking. You can come up with discussions, so you have more time to do. In terms of, so that's one benefit. The second benefit for the students as well is, 24/7 available tutor. So there's no, someone is complaining or sick today, or I'm not saying that, humans, we all get sick, but you have something to support your work as well. That's something that you could fine tune it, not just response, to any questions they ask, to help them in the thinking process. So to help them to ask the right question. You're not just, spitting out all the information, but it can be fine-tuned in a way the student really can learn. When they ask a question, they might say, okay, have you tried this? Maybe you could think about it in a different way. So it can be fine-tuned in a way that can be more personalized to each student. Imagine you have 30 students in a class, but you have a tool that would become more personalized for each student's strengths and weaknesses as well. So that's the third benefit. The fourth benefit, again, in a different repetitive admin tasks as well. You can use the technology to save you time, to process different tasks you're having. Again, it comes back to time saving and efficiency. Analytics is a good approach, data analytics. So this technology will capture the data and the performance of the students and the chat and the experience they go through, where you can log in the background as a teacher and you will see how this student's performing. So it gives you a snapshot of the student performance, weaknesses, and strengths as well. Yeah. Predictability. Yeah, please.
Can you give an example of how Xponix may give a solution to an AI solution to a certain student? Just to give us an idea of.
So when we talk about solutions, we avoid. So it's not like a learning management system. There you go, take this solution and you deal with it. It's understanding why you want to use it. And sometimes if we feel there's no benefits, we would say, you are not ready yet to use it, or there's no benefits to use it yet. But it's more about understanding what are the pain points you're having at school. So where's the pain? Are you struggling with something? We prefer not to approach it where, okay, we have an AI technology and there you go, it's going to be the solution for everything. No. So what we start with the human element, with the student. We look at it in terms of, again, we start with the teachers. What's your pain point? What are you struggling with? And also, if there's anything the teachers, they're trying to improve in the teaching and learning process as well. We look at it from a student perspective. If there is any gaps in the teaching process or in the assessment process as well, we think about it, okay, is the AI the solution or not? So it could be the solution and it could not be the solution. Again, it's the first stages of understanding the pain points. Yeah. Yep.
You spoke about metacognition.
Yeah.
Could you unpack that very specific to how self-biases when using AI technologies can be overcome?
Yeah. Definitely. So that's a really good question. One of the most popular concerns is AI bias. Okay, and sometimes as AI learns from the student experience, as they learn how the student is engaging and the way they type, the way they write, it can be biased about certain things. Okay, so what that means, it comes back. We make mistakes. AI hallucinates. It comes back to the teacher. Once you implement these systems, so you have to monitor how this system, if there's any red flags, how the system respond to the students through building really good data analytics in the background. So you have to monitor before you release. So for example, let's say you want to teach history. You uploaded the course content into the AI tutor, and then you release it to the students. So the students, they started using the AI tutor, the AI history. They enjoyed it. Some students, they don't like history, they like math, or some students again. Now, what happens here, before you release any new batch of AI tutors, let's say, you have to test it. You have to have a benchmarks in terms of guardrails, benchmarks, how you want it to respond. So there is a process has to be followed before you release it to the student. You have to test it, make sure it's responding appropriately to the students. And if not, then you have to go back and adjust and fine-tune the system in the background. Okay, so it's all about monitoring and evaluating in the first stages until you are confident that the system now is working the way we want it to work, and it's not really doing any bias. Okay, same as when you are training a new teacher as well. So they have to go through training. They have to shadow another teacher at the same time. So the first stage is really important to make sure there's a proper guardrails and proper training and fine-tuning on the system, so it doesn't hallucinate or unfairly judge the students as well. Yeah, it's not enough. 20 minutes not enough at all. But anyways.
Let's go everyone to give Sharaf a round of applause.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.